Our top story tonight, the uncle of a boy who nearly drowned in the Rogue River speaks out about what he's calling a miracle. Good evening, everyone. I'm Shannon Young. Thanks for joining us. 16-year-old Vance Falls only suffered minor injuries after falling into the Rogue River. The Jackson County Sheriff's Office says it's amazing he made it out with only a few scratches and bruises. He's now resting at a Medford hotel. News 10's Julianne Nahn met with his uncle this morning and has more. Julianne?
Shannon, Rudolph Grahn and his nephew Vance were on their way back to the Bay Area from a trip to Crater Lake Sunday afternoon. They made a stop at the Rogue River near Union Creek where Grahn wanted to take a quick nap. Vance left the car to take some pictures, and when he failed to return 30 minutes later, Grahn knew something was wrong.
One only needs to look at that section of the water to understand the circumstances, and that if someone goes in there and isn't seen coming out.
Rudolph Grahn will treasure this photo of his nephew Vance Falls at Crater Lake, taken just over an hour before he fell into the Rogue River. He fights back tears as he recalls what happened Sunday afternoon when he woke up from a nap and couldn't find his nephew.
And I just saw a red bag that I'd given him with the camera in it sitting on the rocks. I didn't see him. At that point, felt as if he was in the water.
As rescue personnel rushed around, everything for Grahn was a blur.
Then I saw one of the rescue people running to the car, and I thought, well, if this is not a rescue, this is a recovery, why would someone be running?
Vance had been found alive, clinging to a rock, and walked out on his own.
You know, I'd already been on my knees the whole half hour, so to go back and thank God again was not hard.
Vance left the hospital with just a black eye and twisted ankle, a missing camera and shoe. He calls it a miracle.
There has to be a reason. He is a special kid anyway, in so many ways.
Grahn just wants to thank those who didn't give up hope.
Those people are our heroes to us too. There's no obligation to come over and comfort someone who's at the lowest point of their life, you know.
Now, every year, Vance spends the summers with his uncle in the Bay Area. The two have traveled all over the world together. This summer, they've been going on weekend trips, and even though they still have one weekend together, Grahn said Vance might have to go home early. Shannon, back to you.
Julianne Nahn, thank you, Julianne. Rescue workers say Vance fell into the water and was carried down a series of rapids and waterfalls for several hundred yards. Sheriff's officials say it's rare for a person to survive such a fall.